Pit lane speed limit is
Hello everybody, welcome
55
back to
miles per
the
hour.
channel. Got another
Take
race
it
for
clear.
you here
Speed
at
line.
Michigan. We
Alright,
are
Jake,
in
we've got
the
2
C-Class
laps.
fixed
Let's
trucks
get this done.
to open up
New
the
fastest lap for Smith.
first season of 2022.
40.06.
And I'm really hoping this will finally be the race I can show you guys. I've tried 2 other races and have not been able to get past entering turn 1 to start lap 2. I got wrecked going into 1 on lap 2 in the first race and got wrecked coming out of 4 in lap 1 of the second race, and I really don't want to show you guys a race where I sit on pit road for 10 minutes and then take the repairs and then ride around just to try to move up spots and outlast trucks that are wrecking. The last race was actually so bad, I think only like 8 or 9 trucks out of 24 finished on the lead lap, and only like 10 or 11 of us were running all together, so it was pretty bad for sure. Going out for qualifying, not feeling like I'm running the best lap times for sure. You can see my best overall has been a 40.117, and at least coming in that wasn't going to be worth very much when I looked at it before I jumped into the track to start qualifying. Gonna have to basically run a 39 somehow in order to find pole sitter speed, but gonna try to qualify, making it an effort this season to try to improve my qualifying start further up. So 8th so far I wouldn't say is a bad start. Hopefully I can try to run a little bit faster this lap, see if I can improve it. I know some people are saying that first lap is always going to be faster because of tire degradation here. Other people are saying they can find a little bit of pace on the second lap. So gonna see, just give it my best shot, see if I can improve it all, and just kind of sort out wherever we are. Don't think I really have a line that I prefer over the others in terms of, you know, being high versus low to start the race. So it's gonna take what I can. This lap's definitely gonna be slower. You can see, yeah, about 300ths of a second slower. So 9th right now. Hopefully we should stay there, not fall any further back. 23 trucks in this. We are truck number 9, so we would be starting where we should finish. Which, if I can just get to the finish right now, running on the lead lap and have a truck that's in one piece, I'll be thrilled with that. Do start 9th. Basically right around middle of everybody that qualified, pretty slow overall. Just have yet to really figure out how to drive it very well. So you can see 2 guys actually tied for the pole. 15 gets it with 40.008. I have a lot of work if I wanted to do that. Although, to be 100% honest, if I can get through this race and get a somewhat decent finish, this will be my only one of the week for this. I will not be running this again. This is starting off a lot like season 4 did in this last year at Bristol, where I just destroyed my iRating and my safety rating to start the season. This has kind of done the same thing. iRating gains losses haven't been as terrible as Bristol did, but the safety rating's just completely obliterated. I think I started the season at like a 2.2 or 2.3, and now I'm down to a 1.5 or 1.6 or something between both of these killing me so early on, and then that super late model race. All 3 of those races have just destroyed everything. So trying to get out of this one clean if I can, and then have one more paved oval race for this week to run, which is also probably going to be a bit rough. I'm looking at running the late model open series at South Boston. So that, obviously, with it being South Boston and the way the track is, could obviously be bad, but could also try to find a little bit of a gap and kind of just run in a bubble and get through the whole race clean. Just going to do what I can. First goal is just to get through this. You know, obviously would love to move up from here and try to have a shot at a top 5 if I can, but honestly, just finishing where I am, any position game I'll be happy with. Even if I drop back to 10th, I'll be happy with that, quite honestly. Just to get through, finish on the lead lap, keep the truck clean, no instant points. That's really something that I'm just going to be happy with. So it's all about making the moves at the right time and avoiding all of the mayhem that happens. So it's not been something that I've been very good at so far in this attempt, but hopefully this one will go a little bit better, and I can try to get a decent finish, and something that should be a little bit more enjoyable for you guys to watch.
Catch up to car number 3.
I can see how if you get the right group of people, this can be a lot of fun. That just is not very fun when
Catch
you're
up to car number 3.
constantly getting wrecked or, you know, having all the other issues that are going on. So this will be my first time starting on the inside, so I'm not sure how this is going to shake out. Just kind of see what it looks like. And yeah, probably just going to be a little patient. Actually, not just a little patient, pretty patient. First, I don't know, third or half of the race. If anybody wants to throw 3 wide, I'll bail. If people are looking like they're going to be cutting down, I'll bail. You know, as best as I can see, obviously. Some guys, you know, what happened in the first one was somebody cut down from me that was basically right beside me that I couldn't see on my view because of running a single monitor and the limited FOV that I have. So, within reason, you know, to do the best that I can to avoid everybody, but yeah, just finally try to get you guys something that you can see that'll be enjoyable. I didn't realize I'd be having worse luck in this than I did at Talladega last season. So
Okay, Jake, be ready.
getting ready to go. See if it's a late start.
Go.
Yeah, every start so far, for some reason, the leaders have been going on green flag instead of trying to jump earlier when the pace car pulls off the track. So
Hold your line.
just getting my way up through the gears. Gonna hold myself on the inside since we've still got the 13 to the outside as well as the 2. 13 is looking like he's gonna be a little bit faster, so I'll let him in front. Just gonna try to see if I can suck up with the 13, get some sort of run. We've already got a caution, which we should hopefully allow me to get some laps in without any instant points, and I can confidently say, barring somebody doing something so horrifically stupid, I will make it to lap 3 for the first time with a clean truck and still in the same position, if not better than where I was. Looks like we should move up a spot, maybe up to 8th. No, we'll still be 9th. Okay, that's fine. That's good. I'm making it past lap 1 with no incident points, no damage, no adversity or anything. It's the simple goals I'm shooting for right now. That's how bad this week has been in trucks. I can honestly say, I mean, again, with the right group of guys, I can kind of see how this would be fun, or I should say right group of drivers, not just guys. I can see how it would be fun. However, between the two, not just because of how my race went with it, I personally am enjoying ARCA more here, just because I like the off-throttle type to it. You can have off-throttle in this if you're trying to avoid running in the back of somebody with a run, or if you catch air the wrong way. You know, there are those moments, but I enjoy the off-throttle and the tire conservation. You know, the more control over tire conservation in ARCA. For if I was going to run something in Michigan, I have heard some guys running B-Class Xfinity, both open and fixed, that they're enjoying that more. The higher horsepower of those cars and the less downforce gives you.
We're under caution. It's closed.
It's kind of, you know, similar to the ARCA. I would say I haven't personally run that. Don't think I'll be getting that in, just because I don't want to bore you guys with yet another Michigan race. But I have heard people enjoying that one. So seems like I probably just picked the one series that you know, wasn't going to be as fun. But I committed to running these full time this season to continue to try to develop my NASCAR stock car driving skill set, and you know, with the very, very long-term goal of someday trying to attempt Road to Pro. So would like to learn how to drive these competitively as well. So it's something I feel it's, you know, beneficial to deal with, you know, weeks like this to, you know, try to achieve the overall greater goal that I have. So and put this one on the list of ones that's not very fun. Obviously, if you saw the super late model Fix Series race at New Smyrna, that was also not very fun for a different reason. But it's got to do what I can to try to make it through. And
We're under caution. It's closed.
do the best that I can. Looks like we should be getting the one to go next time by, so we should be restarting on 5. Still have quite a bit of a way, and for us, with everybody still being in the same spot, it's basically just going to be, well, some guys might have swapped spots, but for me restarting in the same spot with the 2 to my outside as well, it's basically going to be like the initial start for the race. So
Get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
I think this one, with it happening on the backstretch coming out of turn 2, it was far too early to think about pitting to take tires. I could imagine if we had a caution anywhere from probably about 12 on, you're probably going to be taking tires, coming in the pit road to take tires. I could be wrong about that strategy. I think later than that, there's not really much of a benefit to staying out. You will, with that many laps left, you will get eaten alive. I could see if you get a green-white checkered or something like that, maybe staying out to get yourself towards the front might be worth it compared to coming in and getting shuffled back. But middle, end of the first third, middle third, something like that, it's probably going to be worth it if we get any cautions during then, provided that we're obviously not out of sets of tires for it. So gonna see if I can get a little bit of a better restart, try to hang to the back of the 3 a little bit more. Just gotta try to time it. We'll see if the leader goes any earlier or if it's still gonna be when the green flag flies. Don't want to tuck fully up to the 3 in case the 3 does happen to check up. I don't want to run into the back of them, but I'm going to try to stay as close as I can to try to get a restart. Just struggle to time it sometimes on these, so a little bit better. You can see running in line with the 13, going to do the same thing again, just hang to the bottom side. 13 looks like coming down a little bit, going to give him a little bit of space, although I don't really want to go too far below this first seam. Transition in the banking can get the truck loose. Gonna hang to the inside since the 13 is gonna get the run off the corner. If the 13 gets by me, I may try to tuck in front of the 2. Got the 3 going low, so maybe can try to get a run off of the 3. Get some drafting help. Got some aggressive moves up there, which when you're in this pack racing, kind of have to do. So it's just trying to watch out for it as best as I can, so that if anything does happen, I have a shot to try to avoid it. Otherwise, it's gonna be hoping that I could find my way through somehow. There's contact there. 22, 1 goes down. Got contact with the 3. Thought I avoided it. Did not quite get there. So unfortunately, not going to be 0x. It's going to continue to tank the safety rating.
Car is out. Pits are closed.
I don't know if it's worth it to come in the pits or not. See for damage.
I
don't know if everybody's going to come in yet. And I didn't think I clipped the 3 all that hard, but with it being such a high-speed aero track, I feel like any damage probably is going to be a hindrance and worth fixing. Especially this early on in the race, it might be worth it to come in to try to repair it. Hopefully it didn't do anything to the engine, any internal damage. Guess we'll find out next restart. I don't know, I thought I got low enough. Probably should have, I don't know, probably should have hit the brakes a little bit to avoid it. I'm still really trying to learn wreck avoidance and things like this when I'm not sure what people behind me are going to do. Man, that one was hard because it just went down and then came back up, so it was kind of a last minute thing to try to avoid. So
full course yellow, pits are open.
I don't know, it looks like the 23 got some damage as well out of it. I thought the 22 was the initial one that started it. Looks like everybody's gonna stay out. I think this might be time for me to come in. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the shot and see what kind of damage I have. Try to repair it.
Speed limit in the pits. Pit lane speed limit is 55.
Might as well take one of the sets of tires. I don't know.
Box in 5.
It's unchecked tires.
4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
Just gonna take the damage. Unfortunately, went too far forward. Gotta back it up. And forgot to put it in first gear. Almost no optional, so it probably wasn't worth coming in and giving up all that track position, but I wasn't sure how bad it was gonna be. Especially because I didn't change tires at all. So I'll be restarting in 20th, pretty far back. But I think right now, early on, I'd rather play it safe than sorry, and I got a feeling there's still probably going to be quite a few more wrecks. So with being in the back, I should hopefully be able to have enough time to avoid anything, and if there's not too many trucks coming out behind, then should hopefully be able to get checked up and just work my way through anything that does unfold in front. I don't know, might have the pace to work my way up, might have enough damage that I kind of get stalled up and should have stayed up front. Hindsight's probably going to say that I should have stayed out, but I wasn't really sure what the extent of damage on my truck was. This would be the time if I had a live spotter, somebody would be able to take a look and tell me, what did the front end look like. It would be a lot easier to make that call to say, yeah, it was worth it to come in, or no, it wasn't worth it to come in. So, just gonna make the most of it. I,
Okay, Jake,
made that decision and thought it was gonna be the right one. So, we'll see. Hopefully, there's more cautions just so that I can get a set of tires and be on the same deal as everybody else. I mean, I am on the same deal as everybody else. Otherwise, if there's not any more cautions, I'm going to kick myself for not taking tires that stop, and I could have had at least, a little bit of fresher rubber. So, just going to try to run the rest of the race clean. No more incident points. It's going to be the only shot at trying to maybe break even in safety rating for the race, or lose just very minor, just single hundreds or something. Plenty of time in 17th. Really realistically need to get to 10th or so, 10th, 11th, something like that for break even in iRating. So I would say, depending on how bad the truck is, with some damaged trucks up ahead, that's definitely a possibility. And if I got the pace just to get by these guys on the speed and can be smart about it without getting caught up in anything else, then definitely a possibility to try to make a good attempt at a top 10. Top 5 is probably now going to be a lot tougher unless there are a bunch of wrecks that I'm able to avoid, but just do what I can off this restart. Try to plan as good as I can. Don't mind missing this one a little bit, as long as I don't lose too much in the way of drafts, simply because I don't have too many people behind me. And if something's going to happen off the start, this gives me a little bit more time to try to avoid it. Got the 14 out front, hoping I can clear him and just kind of tuck in behind the 19, try to get a run that way. Able to get in front of the 14, not sure if he'll get the run off of me down the backstretch, if he's going to stay in line. Kind of left and right now just to make sure that I don't lose it into the corners. I'm probably giving up some time by doing that, but just watching it, looks like we got a little bit of smoke out. Not sure if that was the 19 losing it. 19's going to try to block because I'm starting to look to go high to follow up the 7, and the 19 wanted to block up there, so that's something to keep note of. 19's going to be pretty aggressive. Kind of crazy blocking for 16th, but hey, whatever makes you happy. I lifted a little bit too much, killed the momentum in the center of the corner. That's why you're going to see the 20 and the 14 both go by on the outside. Okay with that right now. It's, again, just early. We're only 10 complete, only a third of the way through, coming to complete lap 11, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more problems that can develop in another caution at least, so just going to try to run as smart as I can, see if I can follow the 20 up through, and try to build up, make up as much track position I can, so that if we do get another caution and everybody comes down the pit road, I can come out a little bit further ahead. Just tap the brakes just to make sure I could stay off of the 19 again. I gotta, trust myself a little bit more in order to keep the run and the momentum up through the corners. 14's looking fairly aggressive, got a decent amount of pace. 16's probably going to be off pace with the damage that he has. I'm try to work by on the inside and still trying to draft to the 20 and just stay attached to him. You know, suck up. Like to suck up a little bit more, try to get by, but I think just kind of following the 20 through right now is a good idea. 14's definitely looking aggressive, but 14 at times have been smart and kind of backing it off. So got some smoke there, got a truck that got loose a little bit through the corner, able to gather it back up, it looks like. Although they are rapidly dropping. 7 just comes down into us. Yeah, I get everybody's trying to get around the truck that's off the pace, but can't just cut down either. Looks like it's the 13 that's off pace. Yeah, this is this is the fun of Michigan in trucks. Everybody's making super aggressive moves all the time. Love hearing a 3 wide call too. Not what I want to hear going into turn 1.
He's still there.
Just gonna lift, see if anybody can clear us on the outside, so that way I can feel a little more comfortable. Got the 16 right behind. 14 was the one up top. Looks like it might have just been too wide. 17 is going to start looking to the inside. Just going to kind of hang it out here in the middle for now. See if I can pull away from the 17 through 3 and 4. Try to get a run back, see if I can follow the 14. 7 seems like he's off the pace, so I'm going to stay away from him. 13 still seems like he's having some issues as well, although not as far off the pace, so I'm guessing that was just from the moment of losing it off of turn 2, the previous lap. 14 might be someone smart to follow because they'll create some holes, but also not something smart to follow in case they end up wrecking somebody. 7's blocking a little bit again for 15th, which, okay, you know, that's what you want to do, that's fine. See if he's going to block down the straightaway or not. Not sure if following the 11 is going to be a good idea. I thought the 11 was slower off of the last restart, but could be wrong. Could have a decent amount of pace. It's getting loose through 1 and 2. It's definitely going to hurt. Kind of getting held up by him with the 7 to the outside.
Keep it steady.
Don't see any reason to get underneath him though and create a 3 wide situation. Just going to follow through and kind of ride this decision out.
Hold your line. Keep it steady.
Trying to stay off of the 7 as best as I can.
Clear to the outside.
7 clears us. I'm going to jump to the outside to see if I can follow him through and get by the 11 on the high side, as the 11 definitely seems slow.
Still there.
The driver in front of us is Maxwell.
Definitely have kind of stalled out, not really been able to make anything. Don't know if I actually have the pace to get by everybody or if I'm just stuck.
Clear inside.
11's kind of killing me here. The blocks back here are a bit crazy in my opinion, but you know, to each their own. I can understand it's still racing, you're still trying to defend your position, so every position does matter, but it's just kind of crazy some of the blocks being thrown, so trying to make the most of them. 20's done a pretty good job of moving up.
Still there.
B16.
Just trying to get myself close enough to try to get a draft. There's a good pack up ahead that if I can get into that pack and try to start making some passes, I can have my shot at my top 10. Could always be a wreck too, as you can see. 22, I believe, got into the outside wall. 17 is going to throw a 3 wide going into turn 3, so we're going to do the same thing we said, bail out of it. 22 is still all over the place. I just get arrow tight. There's a wreck there. Try to go high, avoid that. Should be a caution. And somehow it's going to tell me that the 17 was ahead of me. Great. Great. Awesome. Awesome.
We're under caution. It's closed.
Glad I saw that one coming and got high to avoid that. Unfortunately, going to put me in a bad spot. We'll fall back to 15th. So, yeah, it's. I'm not sure if it's just me not driving very well, or if it was, you know, all the trucks that have been stuck behind and the aggressive moves, and the fact that I'm bailing from the aggressive moves is what kept me back here. But guys are definitely running pretty nuts. So, no questions about it this time. It's gonna be tires. don't see a reason to do fuel. I'm gonna uncheck
Pits are
that.
open.
I don't know, maybe it might be worth it to have the fuel to keep the spoiler lower. What the heck, we'll try that and see what happens. I'm already in the back, so might as well gamble and go after something.
The leader, Smith, is pitting.
No questions that everybody was going to be in pit road this time, so we'll be on the same cycle as them. It was far, far too
Look
early
out for the pit speed
to
limit. Box in.
try to
1430
not take any tires and
feet.
stay out. You are getting just enough loose and just
Box
enough
in,
air that it's
5,
worth it. So
4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
try not to overshoot the box this time. Not put it in reverse, so I can try to see if I can pick up any spots on pit road. Anything I can get here is worth far more than I can on the track, although it's not looking like I'll be able to. Just gotta ensure that I don't speed as well. See where we sort out once we come around. 2 to go this time, so next time by 21 we'll be restarting on 22, so we'll be restarting with 9 to go. Yeah, I don't know. See if I can try to find my way to work towards, keep working towards that top 10 goal. That's top 10, 9, something like that. I'll be really happy with. Again, probably shot myself in the foot by coming into pit road. That first caution, or the second caution, where we clipped the
Ball goes yellow. Pits are open.
3 out of that, I believe it was. But gonna do the best that I can. See where we sort out. It's looking like probably 10th or 11th, I think. Which that's a positive game for where I was coming into pit road. I will gladly take that making up. Yeah, it looks like 11th. So
Race cars coming
made
in
up
this lap.
4 spots. Yeah, 4 spots on pit road. I will gladly take that. I'm sure there was a couple in front of us that stayed on to fix damage, but I will gladly take that, knowing that now top 10 is definitely a possibility. Top 5 with the right runs, avoiding people, I guess is still an outside possibility. Just got to watch the 7 on the blocking. Saw that previously, so if the 7 was blocking for 15, 16, 17, 7 is definitely going to be blocking for 9th, 10th. 22's been fairly aggressive all over, 14 kind of doing the same thing, so just got to keep an eye out for them as I've seen what they've been doing. I don't know really too much about anybody else around, so I'll try to feel them out as quickly as I can, and just keep an eye out for the tendencies I've already seen, and yeah, hopefully we can just go green the last 9 laps of the race. Try to avoid anybody going nuts. Try to make a couple passes and squeak away with the top 10. Finally get a somewhat decent race. I'm gonna try to time this start a little bit better than the last one, just because I am mid-pack and I don't want to get run over from behind, as well as give up any more time than I need to. But timing these starts are so hard right now, especially with the leaders waiting to go. The inside line just did not go at all. 21's already looking to throw it 3 wide on the outside.
Clear outside.
21 gets into me. I probably drifted slightly up, and there's the caution. And now I'm going to get assigned 4x for that. Jeez, I don't think I drifted up that much. The 21's looking to throw it 3 wide. Like, I can only do so much when I got to set myself up for an entry into the corner. And I was already on the low line. Safety rating is just getting obliterated. Like, it is my fault for cutting these edges too thin, but I don't want a race for just moving over every single time and giving everybody everything because they want to start getting aggressive off the start, because that's how this racing's going. If I get demoted, I get demoted. I'll get it back. I made a good run at the end of the last season by running some decent races, so it's just frustrating because I'm really trying to improve. I'm really trying to be a cleaner driver, more respectable, and I just keep getting put in bad spots. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel bad if that was on me. I will definitely we'll take a look at this after the race is done at the replay and see if I drifted up that much. I feel bad, but I feel like the 21 was probably thrown into the hole that they didn't need to be in that early on. I know we only had 9 to go, but it's pretty aggressive. So, yeah. Didn't gain any spots, didn't lose any spots, just gonna re-rack, try it again. Hopefully it's a quicker caution and can leave us with some laps to try to finish the race out in. Didn't realize the 21 was gonna be that aggressive. I mean, the inside line didn't go. I held to the 7 as tight as I could, and the inside line just never went, but I don't know. That's super frustrating. Super frustrating. It's just been a very bad run, but also not enjoyable. Not a fun way to start the season to make myself look this bad. Looks like the 14 might have gotten a little bit of damage out of that. Not sure if that happened off the restart or if that happened. The wreck, I'm going to try not to add to it. I didn't think he was going to be stopping that slow. Yeah. It's how Michigan's been in a nutshell. Everybody is driving incredibly aggressive because it's a short amount of laps. It's pack racing. You got to go. And guys just don't care. It seems like it has been full send-it mode. I feel like I am in Talladega week, and it's not Talladega. Never been in a top split, so maybe top split guys are
under caution.
Cleaner and not doing it as aggressively. I doubt that, but you never know. I don't know. It's not fun to run in. Not fun for you guys. You know, I race for respect and I rating are my big goals. Safety rating's kind of a secondary thing, but you know, you got to be able to run safe in order to get good finishes too, and I just haven't been able to do that the last few races. So hopefully I can finish this one with a decent finish and just be done with it for the week and move on to, you know, try to get as clean of a late model race as I can, and then move on to next week and just start building everything up next week. So that's my little rant for the race. Try to forget about that reset. That restart's done, and it's time to refocus. Hopefully inside line gets a little better. I'm not sure if people are laying back trying to get runs or what exactly is going on with the restarts. Sometimes I wish iRacing had a way to police that a little bit more if that is happening, and assign a little more fault than just relying on us to go find it and protest. So try to get a little bit better of a finish and or restart. Try to stay tight to the 7, see if I can, you know, I honestly, like I said, if I can pick up 1 spot and finish 10th, I'll be thrilled. If I can pick up 2 spots and finish where I started, I'll be happy with that too. Any more than, you know, 2 spots is well above what I was hoping for and expecting after pinning on that second caution. So gonna make the most of it. Have 5 to go at the line when we get the restart, so a few laps to go, a few laps to make some moves, but not a ton either. So just gotta keep digging, keep it clean, keep digging. Now that restart goes really early, and I was caught off guard with that one, so there goes positions. Gonna be back 12th or 13th now.
P12.
Essentially, yeah, 12th. So gotta pick up 2 spots. Might have lost the draft. Might not be able to get there. Just gonna hope that I can try to catch a run and or some sort of big wreck happens in front that I can avoid, which, given how the couple finishes I saw in the last 2 races I ran, it's always possible that it could happen on the last lap, and that could be a shot to try to get by everybody, pick up some spots. It's gonna run wide open. Looks like the 22's suffering from that damage.
Okay, Jake.
Maybe I can at least catch the 22, get to 11th. 7 looks like he might be off the pace a little bit as well, so that could be the 2 spots I need to go top 10, although 7's pulling up to the back. Pulling away, no pressure from behind from the 23 at all, so not too worried about losing any spots that way. Try to get to the inside of the 22 since I got the run off of turn 2 down the back stretch. I'll have 3 to go this time at the line. Just blip the throttle a little bit since I entered a little bit lower than I normally would be. Probably because of that start, not going to be able to get back to the pack. Probably lost too much, but see if I can have a shot at trying to get to the back of the pack in the next 3 laps and do something with it. Just got to keep my eye out up front to look for any wrecks that might develop, any contact, especially the last lap. That'll be my only shot really right now, it seems like, to pick up, is I just am not close enough to be able to pull the draft and get to the back of the 7 at all. So, super frustrating that it's going to be my mistake for not timing that restart better, although that restart leader went really early compared to before where they went really late, so I guess, I don't know, let's just... Restarts and qualifier, let's see that two things I really need to work on to try to improve my finishes and overall performance in the races. Without the draft, I'm just losing the pack. I'm flat out losing the pack. I'm holding it wide open, doing all I can, and I just flat out cannot get there. So, gonna come to the line to get the white flag. Only thing that I can pray for at this point is some sort of contact from Greg up front that takes out trucks, and I'm able to avoid it with me being so far back. Almost looking like they were gonna go 3, possibly 4 wide, so there's a very real possibility that it could develop. Especially, I've seen how aggressive the 7 was. If the 7 tries to pull any moves again, it could easily happen. 8 seems to be a bit aggressive as well. So, just have to watch out front and put myself in the best position to avoid something if it does happen. I've seen it happen here on the back stretch. I've also seen it happen on the front stretch. There goes the 18. There's going to be 1 spot, no caution. So, that's going to be your top 10 I needed. 18 was in 5th. And there's going to be the... Oh, wow, held on to it. I did not expect the 10 to hold on to it. So, big tight finish there. Able to bring it home in 10th.
10th position. There's the checkered flag.
Not a good race from a safety rating standpoint. However, finally got one in. Minimal damage on the truck. Brought it home almost where I started, top 10. Given that I had a absolutely terrible restart, I will gladly take that. Tires are 98, 97, didn't really get too many green flag props on them, so go take a look at that incident that caused the one previous and see what happened there. Let me rewind and we'll watch this from the far chase. Adjust this down a little bit. Make it a little bit easier to see. Alright. So back it off the start. Come in the line, restarting. The 21's about half a truck length back or so. Get a little bit of a bad start. He's already starting to look through the middle. And that's the contact that starts that. So let's try to move the camera back up and look at it a little more from an overhead perspective and see if I drifted up. I mean, I'm kind of naturally drifting up to get the corner. And really, he's holding his line, so yeah, I probably am going to lay the blame on myself more than him. Although he starts turning, like he was headed up, because you can see he was kind of following the same way, heading up there, and then all of a sudden turn the wheel left to just straighten out to get into the corner while I was still coming up. So he wasn't there, but he was there. I probably should have held it a little bit tighter. You know, I can continue to come up, but at the same time, that was a really aggressive move by the 21 as well. That's not always going to work out. So feel free to leave your thoughts on that one, whether you fully assign me the blame and I should have, stayed lower, closer to that first seam up, or, if the 21 shouldn't have been there, the 21 should build out. If it's both of us and it's kind of a racing deal, love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. So, love to hear your thoughts in general too. Just love hearing from you guys, everybody that's stuck around this long to check in. So, go take a look at the results, see how bad the damage is. I don't think the iRating damage should be too bad. I think the safety rating obviously is going to be pretty bad. Was second split 2148, so pretty weak strength of field overall. Yeah, managed to lose 0.14 in safety rating, so 1.25 is not very good at all. Really got to get a bunch of clean races in there to try to work my way back up and get that 0.4 bump. At least able to gain 15 in iRating, so back over just over 2200 at 2214. Yeah, just it's Michigan and the trucks and C-Class fixed. It's rough. So this will probably be my only one. I don't think I'm going to attempt another one of these to try to improve either for points or safety or high rating or anything. I think we're just got a top 10, got through it. Just going to call it that, and that is what it is. So hopefully you guys enjoyed something of it. Again, leave any feedback, especially my evaluation of the deal with the 21. Remember to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Until the next one, hopefully all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.